Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sojourn Student Voices, the podcast where we hear directly from our students, their experiences, their perspectives, and the stories that matter to them. I'm your host Vishal, and today I'm joined by four amazing students here from OakHills who recently attended the Adolescent workshop conducted by the super seniors of Silver Oaks International School. Now, I wasn't there in person, so I'm genuinely curious to know what happened, what you learned, whether it was something that every student should experience. It's great to have you all here. Before we get into the details, I'd like each of you to introduce yourselves.
I'm Vedansh and from grade 9. I am the head boy of OakHills Campus.
I'm Jayant from grade 8 and I'm the captain of Wales.
My name is Dheeraj. I am from grade 7 Mota West.
I am Rana. I'm from grade 7. I'm the vice captain of Tuscus.
Well, thank you all for introducing yourselves. Let's get started with the questions. The first question that I have for all of you is, can you tell me in one word how you would like to describe the workshop?
If we had to describe it in one word, interactive.
Okay. That's a good one.
And the workshop is informative and it helped us.
In one word, it's wonderful.
The next question that I have for you, when you first heard of this adolescent workshop, right, what was the first thought that came to your mind?
The first thing that came out into my mind was the brothers who were telling us about the adolescence. I thought it was about how growing up can be a difficulty and the overall understanding of growing up.
Wow, that's a really good thought.
I thought that they'll clear that questions what we have in our mind. So if we have that kind of questions, we don't know who to ask that questions. So I thought they'll clear them.
In terms of that, can you tell me what questions did you have in your mind?
The question that I have in my mind is what kind of problems I'm gonna face. Like bullying, how to face the problem.
The next question that I have is, okay, did it turn out to be different from what you imagined? Or was it very close to what you had thought of? Like, you thought it was going to be informative?
It was not that different, but some ideas or topics were different from what I thought. I didn't think that was gonna come, but that did.
When you say different, right, what were those different things that the session covered?
The cyberbullying part, where not only physically but also on online people can cyberbully, which is a major problem, and also the one where they say you have to take a lot of responsibility for what you do. One point that was different from all was the skincare routine. So basically Bernard sir told an example like what he does, and the sirs were like, yeah, you should do a proper skincare, not too expensive or what do we say, complex, simple, wash your face, apply some lotion and everything. That can actually prevent acne and pimples in the future, which most people, even in girls or boys, that we face.
Were there any myths or misunderstandings that you had that got cleared up?
Yes, misunderstanding means as my brother or my parents every time tell that in school we don't have any bullying. Outside we'll be having cyberbullying and everything.
Right.
And when I went to Adolescent workshop, they told about we should be careful in school also, because even in colleges and everything they'll do bullying to their juniors or anyone who are silent, and they told that we should tell to a trusted adult who can solve our problem.
How do you deal with bullying when it is within your own circle?
If I had friends who would bully me, so first I would tell them that this is not good, or I would give them not exactly a warning, but I would try to tell them that it won't be good, as it can affect others' feelings, mental emotions,
Right.
mentally. But so if they still do that, then I would of course go to a trusted adult or a teacher so that she could solve it out and explain all of them that it is not good for us.
What would you do if you're in a friend group where someone is being made fun of, and maybe it started out as a joke, happening once, and you all had a good laugh about it, but after that it just kept happening to the other person, it's not to you. You're out there, it's not, the attack is not on you, but there's someone else who's going through it, then what would you do?
Then I would, like the person who is getting bullied, I would help him or her, like emotionally, like I would support. And then I would tell it to the teacher or anyone so that he can prevent it from happening other time.
That's about being a good friend, right?
It also really breaks a friend circle, so it will be a shattered circle or
Right.
something.
Then how would you deal with that?
Then we can just reconnect and everything. Like, if some people are like the one who is bullying, who if he does not want to come, it's his opinion. We can't change his opinion or desires.
Right.
We can only change his bully. Like, we can tell him this is wrong, but we can't change his opinion.
Right. And also you would want to be around friends who actually care for each other, rather than someone
Bullying.
who would just think about, okay, I'm hurt right now. But then your friend also has to understand that the other person is hurt as well. And then, try to make amends or be like, hey, probably it was me who was wrong, and then fix it up. Has any one of you gone through bullying?
Last year I did. It was off and on. They used to bully me, they used to not bully me. They used to bully me, they used to not bully me. It was like a different mentality. Like, one day friendly, another day bully, another different sides.
How did you deal with it?
So nothing, sir. I gave back my answer. Like, he used to. I told our teacher in our bus. She took care of it. So then after that he stopped.
As principal ma'am told that while someone is bullying you, just raise your voice, and you should not be silent. If you be silent, they will bully you more.
So it's like one of the most important things is to raise one's voice. Also, does it happen that sometimes someone is doing something wrong, but they do not know that they're doing it wrong?
In workshop also they told that we have two kind of bullying, like like wantedly or unwantedly. Like, they thought just we are making fun, that kind of things. But that time they told that conveying the what you feel is more important that time, more than complaining, because friendship like this will also break down, right? That's what they didn't listen when we are conveying our thought, like please don't bully. Like, when we are conveying, then you should go to next step.
So being a good communicator is the key. During the workshop, what did you learn about cyberbullying, how to prevent it, and what to do if you're going through cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is bullying through social media. When you're harassed or demeaned, like after your personal information is given to others, do not give your personal information, use secure passwords, and make sure to not tell any OTPs to anyone. I would reach out to the National Cybercrime Helpline number, which is 1930.
Let's move on to the next segment. Let's talk about, someone mentioned initially that it was an interactive session, right? So since this was an interactive session, can you tell me, were there any questions from the crowd that really stood out to you? Where you were like, oh, that's a good question.
A person from the OakHills Campus, he said that. He said, how does it affect us emotionally? You guys, you told about physical changes, but you didn't tell about emotional changes. And that question revolved around it for like 15 minutes.
And what all did you cover in terms of, the emotional things that teenagers go through?
So there was another question that actually stood up. Like some person from 7th grade, he asked a question that, like, we all have friends, like even friends who are like girls. So if we have good friends and others, like your friends are like kind of shipping you or something like that, so what can we do? Like, it affects us emotionally, and also like our friendship could affect our friendship. So what can we do?
Right. So when you say shipping, that means teasing, right?
Yeah, like like you both are being very close or something like that.
So yeah, what was the discussion around that? How would you deal with a situation like that?
They practically told that we should convey the thoughts to them, like
To your friends.
what problem they face because of them, because it could be like unwantedly, like they could just do it for fun, or even though they didn't listen, we could actually should complain.
Right. There was a movie called I forgot the name of the movie. It's a which one?
3 Idiots.
No, it's not 3 Idiots. It was about this roller coaster anxiety that teenagers go through, right? Because it's like a lot of different emotions that come into play.
And that movie is from Hollywood, Bollywood.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood animated movie. It's so it's like each character is a different emotion. So there's
No, it's
so it's fear, anger,
one
anxiety.
person has all of them in her mind.
In her.
It's a her.
Yeah, it's a
I remember her name, Riley.
Yeah, exactly. Her name is Ivy. When it comes to anger, this is one question that I want to ask. How do you deal with your anger? How do you manage your anger?
Yeah, I'll manage my anger through meditation,
Wow,
like breathing.
amazing.
I have a method, but I never really use it because I never go out of control. If I do, it's either at home or never outside.
I see.
So screaming in a jar, it will really be useful.
Wow. I
did
would
it.
surely love to try that.
I did it to a bottle, but it didn't really work. For me, it didn't work, but that's a method that's definitely
But it does put out a lot of emotion out there, right? Like you're so angry and then you just want to put it out.
So this method, I saw it in a show or something, and it's a method that's really stood out. It's not like a joke or something. It's actually stood out.
No, I understand. I'm just laughing about it because imagine there's a person in front of you who's doing it, like who's taking a jar and then shouting on it. And it is funny because when you see it like that.
Yeah, also the another method that I use is I will write my emotions in a book.
Wow.
That can control, like instead of crying or shouting, that can doesn't harm anyone, and I could share my emotion to some other, like a thing, like a summer, or I could also share to my parents instead of shouting.
Right.
And sometimes I'll be silent if anyone be anger like that, don't dismotivate me. I'll be silent because the thing I will think is sometimes silent is also a best answer.
Like he said, the silent one is gritting your teeth. Just not moving your mouth and gritting your teeth. Yeah, but not like your teeth won't show. It's like full. Yeah, no emotion, no nothing.
So how you will
But then I feel like that is one place where you're just keeping it inside. It's best to put it out there, right?
Yeah, and also if I'm out of when I'm very angry, instead of shouting on them, I shout on my brain. Like in my brain, I'll scold them. That's the best method for me to control my anger.
I'll picture them.
so how you will control.
Yeah.
Wait, he was saying something. Give the mic to him. I'll talk about how I did this.
So like he said, same thing, but I picture them, but not with their face because it's kind of weird to and just scream at them.
But I think the best thing would be to let the other person know if you're angry on them as well. Next question that I have. It's like in teenage, you might end up saying a lot of things to someone that might hurt them.
Yeah, when I'm playing cricket, my friend did me a wicket, like stump out, and I thought that I'm not out. And when I'm saying the umpire, he also told out, and I was fired on my friend, and he was hurt, and his goal sat there, and he kept his face like this sadly, and he told, "Please don't be like this much angry." And I realized my mistake, and I told sorry to him.
I'm proud of you that you realize and you apologize as well. That's good.
Yes, another thing, when I'm playing cricket, I hit the ball and it went to my auntie's window and it brushed the window. And my auntie came from that window, scolded a lot, and I got a lot of angry. But I used to control myself, and I'm thinking that how to communicate this with my parents.
Then what did you do? How did you deal with it?
And when I told to my father, he told that I'm gonna join you in cricket academy, so no problem. And you have such a good skills of cricket, so I'll take care of it. He told.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah, I never thought he'll tell this answer.
Oh, I feel you. You know, when I was a kid, once what happened was I used to play badminton, and there was a kid. He was sitting on that chair, the one that can move, that has wheels, right?
Yeah.
So there was one like that near the court, and he entered the court while I was playing, and I hit my racket onto that chair, and the racket broke, and it was an expensive one. So I was so scared to tell my dad, and I was talking to my driver about it. He was taking me back home, and I told him, I don't know how to tell dad, because my dad is like, he gets really angry. And then I didn't have the courage to do it. And then the driver told my dad, and my dad was like, hey, it's fine, we'll get you a new one. But it's like, sometimes we might be scared in our own heads, but when we put it out, it's just so much easier. Like, parents do get us most of the times. If one of your friends missed this particular workshop, what is one thing that you would share with them?
We should every time take care of ourselves, and we should not depend on others.
Okay.
And small problems, we should not make big problems.
I would convey one message that be careful with social media, like limit it. Don't be too much addicted to it, and also make sure that you can protect yourself and also help others if something wrong is happening.
So what we're going to do is, we are going to have a rapid fire round. The first question that I have for you is one lesson that every teenager should know.
Protect yourself.
You should not bully anyone, and you should convey the thoughts like what you're feeling if anyone bully you.
Who is the first person students should talk to when they have a problem?
A trusted adult.
One habit that helps you stay healthy, physically or mentally.
Meditation.
Nice. Finish this sentence. Growing up becomes easier when
We speak up to others.
When you speak confidently.
Nice. Listening to all of you today, I feel like I attended the workshop myself. It sounds like it wasn't just about understanding adolescence, it was about understanding ourselves, supporting one another, and knowing that it's perfectly okay to ask questions and seek help. A big thank you to all four of you for sharing your experiences so honestly. And congratulations to the super seniors of Silver Oaks International School for creating such an engaging and meaningful learning experience. And to everyone listening, we hope today's conversation reminded you that growing up is a journey and no one has to walk it alone. Thank you for joining us on Sojourn Student Voices. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and keep finding your voice. Bye everyone.